What did I do?
It was in the street.
All right. So, well done. Welcome, everyone. Good day to everyone watching, listening to the sound of my voice, wherever you may be across the face of the earth. Welcome, welcome once again. I'm so excited to be here, so excited to be doing this on this special occasion. Yes, February 14. So, okay, permit me to say that happy Valentine's Day. Yes, happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. Yes, so people who are actually loving truly. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Yes, it's 7:01 Nigerian time, and we are starting right away. So good day to everyone watching, listening to the sound of my voice, wherever you may be across the face of the earth. So, welcome, welcome, welcome once again. Welcome. I welcome you all specially. Yes, welcome you. And today we are doing something so, exciting, something so interesting. Yes, it's about parenting. Yes, it's about parenting. So, if you ask me, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? We are talking about how we can actually parent with love. How we can parent with love. Yes. How can we parent with love as parents? Yes, it is important for us to parent with love. Very, very important. So let's go there without wasting much of our time. We are looking at the topic parenting with love. Parenting with love. So before we delve right, to the topic, I'm just going to do a kind of introduction. So if you are watching me or you are listening to me, wherever you may be across the face of the earth, my name is Oluwaseun Dada. And like I always say, I am the CEO, the founder, and the lead coach at the Children's Matters Hub. So talking about the Children's Matters Hub is actually an organization, an initiative that concerns itself with every matter relating to children. And there's no way we talk about children, we won't talk about parents, because we actually need parents, we actually need adults, to parent and to bring up children in the right way. So we help parents. Some of the things that we do, we partner with parents, we partner with the educators, we partner with different stakeholders, who have one thing or the other to do with children to make sure that we are able to raise a crop and generation of people that will grow up to become responsible, that will have the fear of God, that will be godly, and also excellent for a better society. So that is what we do. And then we do that by giving talk, inspiring messages, lecture, seminar to group of the people. And then we have actually been doing this for some time. So why don't you partner with us? Now, parenting is actually a big, big word. If you ask me, say, parenting. If anybody has ever told you, as a father or as a mother, anybody has ever told you, don't worry, there is nothing about parenting. Oh my God. I am telling you that the person has succeeded in deceiving you. The person has actually succeeded in lying, not telling you the truth. The truth is, nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. There are no shortcuts to success. We can actually have success in parenting, but it is not by accident. It's not just begotten, cheaply like that. So parenting is a whole lot of hard work. Come to think of it, you are talking about raising, a unique person. The Bible says that, we are wonderfully and fearfully made. When we talk about parenting, excuse me, You are not dealing with flowers. You are not dealing with an object. You are not dealing with plants. You are not dealing with some kind of animals. You are dealing with a human being, complex, with a lot of complexities. Human being that is different from every other creature that God has actually created. So I'm going to say that parenting is a whole lot of work. It is not automatic. It is not by accident. It is not something you dabble into, you jump into, oh, like a try and error. If I do this and I don't get it, I'll do this. Fine. Many people are actually doing that. Yes, many people are actually doing that. But the fact is, they are going to travel far. Their journey is very far. And like I always say, parenting is a journey. Yes, like you're going on a journey. It is not a destination. Say, finally, I'm here. Oh, finally, I am done. Even for people who have succeeded in raising grown-ups, for people who are proud to call themselves, I'm a grandma, you will believe with me that even as a grandparent, you are still helping, looking after, your grandchildren, making sure that they do not deviate from the right path, or assisting your own children to take care of their own children. So you can see it's a continuous thing. No, parenting is a journey. It's a journey of hard work. It's a journey of sacrifice. It's a journey of love, is a journey of success, of service, is a journey of determination and resilience. If you are not determined to actually parent your child well, you will easily throw in the towel. You just say, oh, I'm handing off. I can't do this again. Especially when you keep talking and talking, and it seems as if you are not making any progress. That is parenting for you. So on this special occasion where people all over the world celebrating their loved one, talking about love, 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 what type of love should we be talking between parents and their children? And that is why the topic that I want to speak on, that I want to share with you this evening, is parenting with love. I hope I've been able to tell you one or two things about parenting. Parenting with love. How can we parent with love? Love as an instrument through which we can actually bring and raise, children from childhood or from infancy till they become into their adulthood, and then they can be independent. And they can be independent, being also raising or helping other people to stand on their own. How can we do that? So love is actually an instrument through which, as parents, we can raise our children. So I have said it before, parenting is not automatic. Parenting is not by accident. Parenting is not by try and error. It is a conscious attempt. I wanted to actually mark this thing. Parenting is a conscious attempt. I'm going to take that again. Parenting is a conscious attempt. Conscious attempt, with a rewarding but tasking venture. It's actually a venture. It's actually a journey, like I said. It is very tasking. It's going to take your time. It's going to make you talk. If you're the type that, oh, I can't talk, oh, it's just like people who are into teaching profession. We say, I can't talk, oh. If you can't talk, then you are not ready to parent, because you will talk. You will need to talk to your child. You need to talk and speak with your children. You need to talk, against things that are not right. You need to talk them to doing what is right, which ordinarily they don't want to do. That is parenting. So it's a conscious thing. They say, oh, this thing I'm going as a parent. First, you have to understand, your parenting roles. Who am I? What are the things I'm supposed to do as a parent? What are the things that are expected of me? Okay, as a parent, I have a child that I'm looking after socially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, because these are the different facets, to a human being. So should I just concentrate on the physical aspect? Should I just concentrate on or should I just concentrate on the social aspect? A lot of parents concentrate only on the academic aspect at the expense or to the detriment of the social, the emotional, and also the spiritual aspect of a child. So that is not a wholesome or a holistic parenting. Our holistic parenting is one that takes care of every aspect that a child is supposed to be parented. So it's actually a conscious thing, knowing that I'm in for this. The moment, okay, say, I want to get married, or I get married, or I want to start having children, I want to raise a family, then you should know that you are going to work. But if you do it well, it's actually rewarding. It comes with reward, with benefits. But it's actually tasking it to task you, it will take your time. So if you ask me again, parenting is a systematic approach. I'm going to take that again. Parenting is a systematic approach to raising a unique young person through childhood to adulthood. Is Parenting is a systematic approach. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So parenting is actually a systematic approach to raising a unique person, to raising a unique person, you know, raising a unique person, from childhood to adulthood. I want to put that in the chat room. Yes, parenting is a systematic approach, the systematic approach to raising a unique, a unique young person through childhood to adulthood. And like I said before, till they are able to become independent and stand on their own and also help other people. So now let's go straight to the core of the discussion. How can we parent with love? How can you as a father, how can you as a mother parent with love? Now, permit me to define love as living a life that is embedded with values. So life of values embedded, a life that is of value embedded is actually love, because love, is relative, means a lot of things to a lot of people. It's not about emotions, it's not about feelings, it's about being committed to a particular, a worthy cause, that you'll be proud of. Oh, that this is what I've been able to do for this person. This is the value I'm passing, from me to this person. So when you as a father or mother, you are parenting with love, that you want to pass from you. So which means that, like they always say, you cannot give what you have. So a parent who wants to a parent who actually wants to parent with love, bring up a child with love, must have some values. So what values do you have? What values, do people admire in you? Do you even have any values that you want to pass, just like from one generation to the other to your children, so that your children also can pass it to their own children, and then it goes like that? Little wonder, God said about Abraham, because I know Abraham, my son, that is going to teach his children. So when you are parenting with love, there are some values you are going by virtue of teaching, instructing, pass on to your children. So we are going to see those sets of values. And that is what it actually means to parent with love, in no particular order. When you are parenting with love, it is actually a call to serve. Parenting is a call to a life of service. A life of service is a life, that is showing and demonstrating love. So you see people say, oh, I want to live my life, giving things for mankind. Because when you are gone, all of those things will not go with you. So as a parent, you have discovered your role. I want to help this child. This child have been entrusted, into my hands, whether your own biological child or not, or maybe adopted child. What values do you want to pass on to that child? So what service are you offering? So as a parent, there are services you are to offer your child. Not that you are a servant, not that you are a servant. Jesus Christ even told the disciples, anyone that wants to be the greatest among you, should be the servant, to lead, to serve, to help. So as a parent, you are parenting with love by helping a young person who has little or no understanding about how the world is run, about things going on, that do not really know their right from their left. A lot of times you see our children and say, oh, because of their height, because they have entered puberty, because they are tall, because they are big. So we just assume they know a lot of things. They do not know. And that is why we as parents are saddled with responsibility, to help them and helping them by serving them, not that by doing everything for them, by showing them what they need to do for them to move from a state of ignorance to a state of knowledge. So that is actually what it means to parent with love, a life of service. Now, parenting with love also requires speaking the truth. Speaking the truth. So, how much of truth do you as a father, how much of truth do you as a mother speak and share and tell your child? Truth, they say, is always bitter. If you are the type that is always looking at your child's face, oh, if I tell my child that this thing you're doing is not good, he may not talk to me, he may not greet me, he may not want to run errands for me. Excuse me, you are the father, you are the mother. So you will be blamed if you don't tell them the truth about what they are not supposed to do. If you don't tell them the truth about the things that they should learn and make sure it becomes part and parcel of them. So whether they like it or not, whether they frown or whether they smile or whether they grumble, which you should not allow, but you can actually ignore, as long as you tell them the truth, whether they realize or accept it now or later, tell your children the truth. And that is what it means to actually parent with love. Parenting with love means or requires or involves speaking the truth, to speak the truth always. And then another one is parenting is a call to sacrifice, a call to sacrifice. What are you willing as a parent to sacrifice? What do you want to sacrifice? What is that thing that is so precious to you that you can do without, just for you to do what is right or to meet the needs of your children? Is it your job? Is it your profession? Is it your career that is uppermost in your mind, and you don't care whatever happens to those children? Excuse me, like I normally say, it is not having a house full of toys, having money to throw around, the store, everything is there, having house help at their beck and call. That shows or that means that you actually love your child. When you love them, you sacrifice something for them to be helped, for them, to be assisted. You sacrifice time. You make out time. Anything that is that has to do with sacrifice is not convenient. So what is that thing that is not convenient that you are doing more is like out of pain? You are striving to do it, but just for the good of your child. So parenting is living a life of sacrifice. When you are parenting with love, you are actually sacrificing something because you want the lives of your child, your children to be better. And you do not consider immediate benefit or results because the result may not be immediate. Like we have said, parenting is a conscious attempt with a rewarding but tasking venture. It's a journey. So the journey, it is not the day you start or you board a vehicle or that you get to where you are going. A lot of things happen, from the time or from the place you board and to the time you are going to disembark. So parenting with love requires sacrifice. So I put it to you as parent, what are you sacrificing today for your children to get better, for your children to know what is right, for your children to have a better future? And then parenting, by scolding. I'm not going to use the word punishment. The Bible makes us to understand that the father chastises, the father corrects, the father rebukes a child that he truly loves. I have heard these times in that number, people telling them that if I do not talk to you about something, in fact, recently a colleague of mine, we're just talking about a particular student, and she said that she has told the student times in that number that the moment she sees them doing something, or maybe she sees a particular child doing something and she does not talk, such a child should just know that she is done with them. So you can't be done with a child that you truly love, even when they hate you, even when they see that you are mean, you are harsh. Before I came live, I was just actually discussing with a student, with a parent who said that, Mrs. Dada, my daughter said you are somehow harsh, but it's fine. This person, they can always talk to the person, but at the same time, they need people that are going to handle them with strong hand. In fact, you are doing well. And she was even comparing myself with herself. That sometimes you say that, mommy, this one you are too harsh, but you can always talk to the dad. So when your child does not want to talk to you because you tell them the truth, that does not mean then you should now begin to pamper them and take nonsense or things that are not supposed to be taken from them. You make them realize. That is what I do tell young people, especially my students. I said, the same way I frown at whatever misbehavior of yours, the same way I shout or I don't condone any wrong thing you are doing, is the same way I do to my children. And because I love you. So when you are parenting with love, you cannot afford but to scold. You will correct because they are still growing. They are bound to make mistakes. And sometimes those mistakes are deliberate. They can stubbornly commit some errors. Just like maybe to dare you. What will mommy do? What will daddy do? Maybe just like just like a sheer disobedience or stubbornness. So you have to scold them. I'm not going to say start taking all sort of items and begin to use it on them. Use scold by verbal means. There are other ways through which you can scold. Depriving of this, isolating, and with other things that time will not permit. So how often do you scold your child? Or you're always looking at their face? Oh, I don't want this child to get angry. Oh, I don't want this child to go to school being sad. Oh, and then you refuse to tell them the truth. You refuse to scold them. Please, as a parent who is out, to actually show and demonstrate love. And it is not a one-day thing, like it's being celebrated, Valentine's Day, buy me gifts. After the gift, what comes next? What follows the gift? Not telling the truth. You are giving me gifts. You're not telling me the truth where I need to work on. You're not telling your child the truth where she needs to work on. You're not telling them where they need to sit up. You're not telling them to know that life is not a bed of roses. You're not telling them that things will not always go in their favor, that it is not every argument they win. These are the way we parent with love when we scold, when we correct them, when we chastise them, because the Bible says that it shows truly that we love them. So let's move on. And then we also correct by showing, we parent with love by showing, responsibility. We demonstrate responsibility. Like I said, at the Children's Matters Hub, our concern is to raise children that turn into adults that will be responsible, that will be godly and excellent. Whatever they set their mind, whatever they set to do, they will do it well. They will do it with a mark of excellence. They know what things are expected of them. They listen to instruction. They are responsible. They can own up. They can admit their mistakes. And then ultimately, they have the fear of God, because the fear of God is actually, at the top of the ladder. So you show and demonstrate responsibility. You are telling them you don't read, you don't read. How many times do they see you read? You are telling them you don't do it. How many times do they see you doing that thing? Children, actually imitate and copy the things that we do and not most of the things that we say. So show responsibility is one of the ways through which we parent with love. When you are parenting with love, trying to show love to your children, you actually will do what you are telling them to do. Stop preaching it, act it out. And then you take a stand for what is right, because you want your children to also take a stand for what is right. You don't accept, things that are lawless things. You don't accept things that are not right. For every family, there should be principles. I have heard, families or some parents saying that in my house. There was a time like 2-3 years ago or thereabout, I was talking with a parent and she said, oh, no, that's very good. The child actually did something and she owned up, like she came to apologize. The mom said, yes, that's in our house. You don't do this one. I was like, wow. So different families with their own principles. So what are your own principles? What are the values that you stand for, that your family, is associated with? When you talk about the Johnson, no, they are known for diligence. They are known for integrity. So when you are parenting with love, like I said, love is actually living a life of life of value embedded. What is the value embedded in your family? What is the value that is embedded in your life that you want to pass across, that you can stand for, that people can vouch for? Oh, this person, they are known for integrity. They are known for excellence, but excellence or nothing. So take a stand. Be associated with one thing. What does your family, what is your family associated with? So it is what your family is associated with that will also be passed on to your children. And they'll say, oh, when you mention this person, be sure you are going to get the job done. So you have to take a stand against what is right and the right principles that you want your children to stand for, so that they will make you proud. And even after you must have long gone. And then parenting with love actually requires that we do what is right. We do what is right at all times so that we can leave our footprints in the sands of time. So, this is the message this I have for you today on this special occasion of Valentine's Day, um, ensuring that parents, actually demonstrate love in practical terms. You demonstrate love in practical terms, in raising your children, because the children we are raising are not only for today. We are not only raising them for our own benefit. We should be raising children that will make us proud. We should be raising children that will live purposeful and meaningful lives that will affect their generation for what is right. We should be raising children, that will leave their footprints in the sands of time, that even in our grave, if there's anything like that, when we turn, we will smile and not sigh that we have played our part well. So love, is actually key in parenting. And so when we say we love, we have to demonstrate that we truly love them by the things that we sacrifice for the betterment of the future, for by scolding them when there is need for, by showing practical example of responsibility, by taking a stand and having principles that we are associated with, and then by speaking the truth, and then by knowing that we are actually called to serve. We are called to serve. So remember, parenting is not easy, but it can actually become easy if you understand your roles and you are determined to play your part, and then you have determination that you want to get it right. And then with the help of God, you will definitely get it right. I hope you have been able to, you have actually learned a lot from this short discussion on parenting with love. Till I come your way some other time, I remain Oluwaseun Dada. Continue, to follow us on other social media, and do on Facebook at Children's Matter, and also on Instagram at Children's Matter, where we continue to dish out, contents that are educational, that are inspiring, that are empowering, all targeted to make parents, become better, raising better children, understanding their roles, and then partnering with other stakeholders, who have one thing or the other to do with children, for us to ultimately bring about a positive change more desired in our society, and for us to have a generation of people that will be godly, that will have the fear of God, and then will be responsible and excellent for a better society. Till I come your way some other time, enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to leave your comments. Bye-bye, and God bless you. Thank you.